Bulavinaka, my name is Edweena Mawi. I'm from the beautiful village of Hoikete, Nakelo Televu, and share maternal links to Yalava Madwata in Vanolevu. And I have been awarded the Dux Prize for the year 2025, and it is such an honor to be a valedictorian for this prestigious institution. And how's my journey? I actually began from Lely Memorial School from year 9 to year 11, and I pursued my studies later in Suva Grammar School just the beginning of last year. And it really wasn't easy having to change environments, especially with friendships that I've made from Lely Memorial School. But when I first came into this school, something that my mom told me was to Edwina, when you go into this school, I want you to remember, you leave the students that have you leave the making of memories to the students that have always been there for a long time. When you're going to go into the institution, don't focus on the friends that you make or the memories. You go and give it your all. So yes, with those words, I really took it to heart, and I did not see it as a disadvantage. I was actually happy because Suva Grammar School has provided so many opportunities, not only for me but for every other student. I'm so happy to be part of this institution, the things that they've done for the students, for not only the way they run the school, but the teachers itself. They always prioritize the students, and it has been something wonderful. Even for mornings when I would enter the school, you'll have female teachers greeting you, smiling at you, male teachers, and I feel very glad that I was able to be welcomed into this school. And yes, it was a great advantage of me being in this school is because my mom has already been here from 2002, Mrs. Mawi. She has been one of my biggest inspiration. Every day I get up, she's always having these words of encouragement to push me through each day. She gives me so much tough love, but that was what is able to push me into the things that I've achieved today. It was my achievements today.
What are some of the challenges?
Some challenges, firstly, is the view of people when you someone that's so academically driven. The teachers, adults, they often have the opinion that an academically driven student has to take science. So one of the challenges I faced was going into year 11. There's so many students, and even my parents at some point were told me to take science and become a doctor. So I went into the science class on my first day at the Memorial School, and I was called out by my basic technology teacher from year 9 to year 10, and his words to me were, Edwina, are you sure that this is what you want to pursue? What is your reason for pursuing this subject, for wanting to go into this subject? And the only answer that I had in mind was, it was because of this is what people told me to. This is what people told me to take. So I didn't respond to him. I just smiled at him, and he knew that that was exactly what I was about to answer with. So he told me, go home and you figure this out. So going home, of course, there was so much pressure, and yes, that has caught me to. It has led me to a point where I got caught up with what I really want to do for the future. But I'm glad that there's actually someone there who had told me to, who had directed me into what I really want to do, and not focus on people's views. Another challenge that I faced was being in a male-dominant subject. It really is not easy, but I'm glad to the amount of girls and the amount of women out there that are pursuing so much in these STEM fields, these engineering fields. Even in class, something that I've noticed is even if I was to get a slight, if I was behind by 1 mark from a certain boy in class, it was something big. They took it around. The students would always go around and talk about it. They would often it was something like downgrading me just because I failed by 1 mark. They never did that when I was one of the top students. I scored the highest mark in the subject. They never did that until it came to that moment where I had a slight drop and they took it around. And I feel that there's some parts of this world that where society still has that mentality that women are not strong enough to go for what they want to pursue. And one of my biggest inspiration has